In this video, you and I are going to talk about the most important thing that you have to worry about and concentrate on as an Amazon seller. And believe it or not, it's not getting sales. The most important thing that you as a seller have to concentrate on are your metrics, your performance metrics, and your account health. Because if you let these slide, if you don't keep up with your account the right way, it could be the difference between a successful and an unsuccessful Amazon business. So your account health is made up of several different factors. So here I am inside my own account health on my Amazon account. And you'll see the first box here is labeled customer service performance. This one is the most important. And it's made up of something called the order defect rate, sometimes called the ODR. And you as a seller on Amazon must keep your order defect rate under 1%. If you have 0%, that means you have a perfect account. If you have more than 1%, that means more than 1% of your orders has some sort of problem with them. You don't want that. You want to keep it well under 1%. So the order defect rate is made up of three different things. So we're really going down here, getting into the weeds. So we have the account health. Underneath that, we have the customer service performance. Underneath that, we have the order defect rate. And underneath that are these three different things that make up the ODR. The first one are your negative feedback. Now, everyone on Amazon has a feedback score. And the feedback score is made up of both your positive and your negative feedback. But that's not exactly what makes up this percentage here inside your negative feedback in the account health. It doesn't look at the number of positive versus the number of negative feedback. It simply looks at the number of negative feedback you've received compared to the number of orders that you've received. So you got to keep this as low as possible. The next one that comes up are A to Z claims. Now, Amazon has something unique, and that is their A to Z claims. These only apply if you are merchant fulfilled seller. So if you do Amazon FBA, meaning you get items, you send them to Amazon's headquarters or one of their warehouses, and Amazon handles all the shipping out of items for you and handles all of that for you, then you don't have to worry about A to Z claims. A to Z claims only apply if you are a merchant fulfilled seller. So that means that you ship your items directly to the customer, or your supplier ships them directly to the customer if you are a drop shipper. So we are merchant fulfilled sellers, so we have to worry about A to Z claims. All an A to Z claim is Amazon has something called an A to Z guarantee. They guarantee buyers that their package will arrive, that it will arrive on time, and that it will arrive in the condition promised, and that they'll receive the correct item. If any of those criteria are not met, the buyer can open up what's called an A to Z claim. They're really not good to have as a seller, because if you get too many of them, that can increase your ODR over 1%, and then you're in trouble. So you want to keep those down as much as possible. And the third one here is similar to A to Z claims, they're chargeback claims. And this is when the buyer, instead of opening up a claim on Amazon, they open up a claim with their credit card company. So similar thing, it's a very bad situation when that happens. Now, luckily, all three of these, negative feedback, A to Z claims, chargeback claims, they can mostly be avoided through really good customer service. And if you understand the Amazon platform, how to make sure customers get the information they need to know where their items are and to make sure they get their items on time. If you take care of your customers, you'll be fine. Your ODR, your order defect rate, will be well under 1%. Now, mistakes do happen. We do get the occasional bad customer or customer who's trying to scam you or cheat you. And so there's no perfect account out there. But that's why they give you some wiggle room. That's why they give you 1%. It doesn't sound like a lot, but I've made mistakes with my account. As you see here, my negative feedbacks are much higher than I would have liked because I made a mistake. a mistake that I learned from. I'm moving on from there, and I won't make that mistake again. But I had that 1% to play with, and so we're good. We can move forward and not have to worry about it. So that's the first box, all about seller performance. The next box here has to do with product policy compliance. And as you see, this is comprised of intellectual property complaints, product authenticity complaints, and things like this, listing policy violations. And in general, most people aren't going to run into these issues. If you are a drop shipper like what I do, then the best way to avoid any sorts of problems in here are to only list brands that you're allowed to list. And there are lists out there of brands that you're allowed to list, brands that are safe to list. So as long as you stick to those lists, you'll be mostly fine. As you see, I have received one IP complaint on my account. There's very little you can do once it happens, and it doesn't have a huge impact on your account just to receive one of them. So that's not something that you worry about too much as long as you are listing the correct brands and avoiding the brands that we know are trouble. So get yourself one of those lists and you'll be fine. Now, the software that I use to help me run my Amazon business is called Web Scraper app. And the great thing about Web Scraper app is that they include a massive list, or a really complete list, probably one of the most complete lists out there, of brands that you're supposed to avoid selling. So once you join Web Scraper app, start using their software, you'll get access to that list as well. So if you are interested in checking out that software, again, it's the same one I use to run my Amazon business. I'll put a link to it underneath this video, plus a coupon you can use for getting Web Scraper app at a discount. So the third box here is your shipping performance. So this is basically Amazon saying they want you to ship your items out on time, and they want them to be delivered on time, and they don't want the items to be, or the orders to be canceled before the items are shipped out. So the three subcategories here are the late shipment rate. So you have to keep that under 4%. So if you have trouble getting your items shipped out on time, then what you want to do is increase your handling time. If you increase your handling time, that's going to give you more time to get the items out to your customers, whether you're doing it or you're having a drop shipping supplier do it for you. So that shouldn't be a huge issue, because if there are any issues, just increase your handling time. Pre-fulfillment cancel rate is the next one. So Amazon doesn't want you to cancel orders before they ship out. There's really, according to Amazon, no reason that should be happening, or it should happen very, very rarely. If you're doing FBA, this won't be a problem at all. You wouldn't have to worry about any of these because Amazon takes care of it for you. So these only really apply if you're doing merchant fulfilled, like I mentioned before. Now, there are ways to help keep this pre-fulfillment cancel rate down, but really the best way is to get a really good repricing software that makes sure that all your items that it says are in your store on Amazon actually are in your store. And again, the one I use for that, I'll link up below with the coupon, because it really helps keep this number very, very low, well under the 2.5%. And the last one here is valid tracking rate. So Amazon wants you to upload a valid tracking number for every single one of your orders. Why? Because customers want their tracking numbers. They love being able to track their orders and seeing when the item is going to arrive. And especially as a merchant fulfilled seller, if there's any problems, you need to show proof that the item was actually delivered. So you do have to make sure your tracking numbers are uploaded, that they're uploaded on time, and that they're uploaded correctly, because there's actually incorrect ways to upload tracking numbers. So if you do that, if you just worry about these things, then your account's going to stay in very good health. And this is really the key to success with Amazon, because with Amazon, it is easier, unfortunately, than most people realize to mess up your account and get your account in bad health. And when that happens, a number of things can happen to you. One, worst case scenario, your account is suspended. That's not great to happen because then you obviously can't sell on Amazon. But even if your account isn't suspended, Amazon can take other actions against you instead. Like you might not win the buy box as often as you would if your account was in good health. So you want your account in the best health possible. As you see, mistakes do happen. Like my valid tracking rate is a little bit low right now, but we are getting it back up. We figured out the mistake that we made and we are fixing it. And that's the most important thing when mistakes happen, because they do happen, that you have a plan in place to fix them. Now, if you watch all the way through to the end right now, that means you are probably really interested in Amazon dropshipping or Amazon selling on Amazon in general. So what I have for you is a free masterclass that I'm hosting soon. It's completely free. It's going to be live. And if you are interested in that masterclass, click on the first link in the description of this video. You can sign up for it. Like I said, it's completely free. And I'm going to teach you all about Amazon dropshipping, how I got started dropshipping on Amazon with almost no money to invest up front, no inventory, and you'll learn exactly how I do it inside that masterclass. Now, it's not going to be here on YouTube, so if you are interested in it, you do have to sign up by clicking the first link underneath this video. But there's no credit card. You don't have to give me your credit card information or any sort of payment. You just show up, it's live, it's free, and I'll teach you everything you need to know about Amazon dropshipping. All right, that's all I have for you today, but do make sure you sign up for the masterclass with the first link in the description of this video. And if you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that you enjoyed learning about Amazon dropshipping, and it will tell me to make more videos about it in the future. And if you love the video, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the masterclass soon.